What is going on? I'm Anon Moose, also known as zmot in the archipelago. See that? Switching things up a little bit. If you go into the store, there's something that's kind of all right. This is the first of sales offers that is kind of intriguing. Now, all along, we've had the option to get $14 for instant training. They've now cut that in half, and we can get instant training for 14 days over the Mega Crab for $7. Definitely a step in the right direction. I'd still like to see the ability to buy like Mega Crab instant training for $3 for the weekend or something like that, but I'm just glad that they're finally starting to use the new features of the store. Getting rid of that subscription model that always had problems at the end of the month and couldn't renew or transferred to the wrong account or whatever crap that was all about. So good. Finally in a place where they can start to give us these special offers. Let me know if you consider this. I mean, right now, we're all sitting at home. Maybe you've never had instant training before. Maybe it's time to get that first diamond trophy on the Mega Crab. Anyways, just thought I'd point that out because for those people who don't have instant training, this is a great offer. I mean, the gold and the crystals there, not really relevant, but the fact that we can get half as much instant training is sort of neat. Now, one thing to think of is the full instant training for $14. You can probably get 2 Mega Crabs in anyways, but maybe you're not sure, so it's just something interesting I thought I'd point out. Anyways, I'm going to switch accounts 3 times in this stream. I'll be back in just 1 second. If you're wondering why the heck I'm switching accounts so much, it's because if you already have instant training, you don't get that offer. So it'd be kind of nice if they gave it to us as well, because I wouldn't mind getting an extra 14 days, possibly. But nonetheless, that's why I'm switching accounts. Now, on this account, I wanted to show you an attack that we had on Massive Attack a couple of days ago. This is Turbo attacking on Maze. And the reason why I want to show you this is because if we count the shocks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shock Maze core hit, and he absolutely crushed this. Almost finished it. I think it was a Bart. No, he left like 246 health on the core. I know, spoiler, I'm sorry. It's just so sad that he didn't get. If he would have taken one more cell, it would have popped. Nonetheless, I'm going to show you this attack because now, by the way, that mine scared me so much. You'll notice that he threw an extra smoke on top of that laser up there. I should have shown it in regular speed. Look at that critter right there, almost popping out of smoke. Now, I just want to show you all of his shocks in real time because they are absolutely amazingly awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... nailing those difficult shocks. Now look at this. All of those rocket launchers at the top hitting those smoky critters, which appeared at the exact right time. Very well done. Just absolutely crushing this. Now, and this base had, where is that? Had somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.6 million health, and he is just crushing it. Just doing so well. And look at all these cells that he left behind for the next attacker. So using those smoky critters, just incredibly brilliant. I love it when I see attacks like that. So big kudos to Turbo because we only had a couple hits left, and so Turbo came in, did massive amounts of damage, and then in came Krish, and you'll see how much damage was required. Drops his troops, they blow up 1 power cell, and the core explodes. So look at that. You even get a nice little smiley face. Wanted to show you that because anytime there's a 9, 10, 11 shock core on Maze hit, anytime there's a 9, 10, or 11 shock core hit on Maze, it's got to be shown. I've shown you one with Stunton doing it in the past. I figured Turbo needed the props. I don't show enough of our attackers doing their ridiculous things, but as you can see here, our list, our task force, we're nailing Massive Attack. Probably should be moving up to Forlorn Hope, but I don't know. Just staying, I mean, yesterday's Massive Attack we managed to take down in 18 attacks, and most of these were just like unboosted silliness. So fun things happening. Gonna switch accounts one more time. Back in 1 more second. I'm in this weird situation where I love showing operation attacks. They take a long time to display, but no one watches them. If you check my videos, the lowest viewership I get on any of my videos are the operation attack videos. So I don't know if the general population of Boom Beach doesn't like operation attacks, or they prefer skilled attacks or entertaining attacks, or maybe my operation attacks aren't shown properly. I don't really know, but from a day-to-day perspective, my operation attack videos do terrible. Like, I just don't know what it is. Now, by the way, there is a bug in the creator code thing. For those of you who have been so kind in putting someone's name in the creator code, if you try and put the same name in 7 days later, you can't do it. Now, obviously, you can switch names. I've got a thread of all of the names in my previous video. I'll link to that video up above. So if you want to change your support to a different creator, by all means do that. If you want to remain supporting the exact same creator as you did before, simply change the capitalization. So if you put zmot all lowercase previously, you can put zmot all uppercase the next time. It's a bug. Supercell is aware of it. Hopefully they don't put a huge amount of priority into it. Obviously, making the game better is more important than getting a little bit of revenue towards creators. But nonetheless, it is a bug, and they're working on it, and that's all you can hope for, I suppose. So I think that's all I've got excitement-wise as far as bugs or features or store offers or operation attacks. So now we get into the meat and potatoes of the story, and that is just day-to-day Boom Beachness. The engineer is gone. My assumption, there's been all sorts of people talking about which proto troop is next. My assumption, and this is a complete and utter guess, is that we're going to get the Cryo Bombardier. If you are not familiar with the Cryo Bombardier is listed in the change notes. If you look in the store or the Play Store or the App Store or whatever the heck you want to call it, there is mention of a new second proto troop, which is called the Cryo Bombardier. What that's going to mean, we don't know. I assume it's going to throw cryo bombs, or it's going to have a cryo freeze ray, or whatever it might be. And I also assume it's going to be op AF. I think it's going to be incredibly strong and just blow everything out of the water. Now, the fact is that proto troops have come out at HQ 14, I believe it is, Armory level 13, which means that I think my huge excitement part here is that low levels are going to get a taste of Bombardiers. I hope if that's the case, they're going to be as popular as Rainmakers, as Lasertrons, as Critter Cannons. This is going to be the first real proto troop, I think. Now, if they're going to do enough damage on their own to actually destroy headquarters and buildings and things, we don't know. But, I mean, come on. Bombardiers at HQ 14 would just be absolutely op and blow everything out of the water. I'm only going to have 2 shocks. This is going to be a massive problem. I'm going to get destroyed by that mortar on the right-hand side. It's just going to crush all of my troops, and not good use of smoke. I used an extra smoke on stage 5 there. Don't do it. If you have any questions about the Cryo Bombardiers, I probably can't answer them. We don't know. We haven't seen them. People keep asking me if I've test-driven other proto troops, or if I can... Oh, by the way, that's one more thing. If you check, it is actually all troop mania. All troops 90% off. Only 8 diamonds to reload, thankfully. Now, people are saying, why doesn't Supercell give it to us over the Mega Crab weekend? Well, because Supercell has to make money somehow. I would love all troop mania all the time, but then no one would buy instant training. So there is definitely a balance there, but I'm gotta say I'm a little bit happy about this whole half price, half duration instant training. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's a step in the right direction. So all troop mania, great, yes, exciting, but sadly not going to cover the Mega Crab duration, but not the end of the world. And also, when the Cryo Bombardier is going to come out, my assumption on that is when the warships season starts. If that's true or not, don't have any idea. Look at that. Far better just did not see that rocket launcher over there, but should be able to take this down. Now, head, I have used my barrage, extra barrage on the headquarters and not on my actual troops. Could have saved a few troops, so always use that extra GBE. I'm just terrible at it. I sit here and chat instead. Not something I recommend doing. Throw your barrage, throw your artillery, get your dishes in the cupboard, as Frankie McDonald once famously said. Stage 7 looks very, very doable. I've already clicked on the barrage, so I can't scout, so we're just going to throw the barrage. These tribes are so strong right now, and they are making me have so many bad habits. Just randomly throwing barrages willy-nilly, and it's bad, just bad. And by the way, speaking of bad habits, I gotta say, I've heard from quite a few of you that have done great things during your confinement, during your quarantine, during your self-isolation. Mr. Glasgow Kiss doing the quitting smoking or getting his bike out of storage. Love to hear that sort of stuff. Big shout out to him. Please, for those of you who are using this time wisely, well done. Love to hear that. Those machine guns are going to ruin my face. Speaking of the Glasgow Kiss, just not good at all there. Bad shocks, poor decisions. Gonna have to do that one more time. 3 shocks is going to be difficult. I wonder if we can actually do some scouting, see the levels of some mines. If we go, I wonder if there's a spot behind that sniper tower that we can go to. If so, we can potentially avoid a whole bunch of mines and avoid a shock. So we can shock like here. Let's just add some troops. We're gonna have to diamond them. Let's get that going. So if you guys are doing anything awesome with your time in confinement, please do let me know. Would love to potentially partake. Not entirely sure. It all depends what you're doing. I am just trying. My things are trying to learn Python, trying to do as much work as I can so I can keep my job. And what else am I trying to do? I'm trying to stick with the whole yoga thing, trying to get flexible. Just not something that I am good at. Have been trying to do yoga for years and never done it. So I figure since we're home. Oh, by the way, also made baguettes this morning. My gosh, they're so good. I wish I could like squeeze them for you so you could hear just the magical crunchiness that I managed to get. Crunchy baguettes on the outside, soft on the inside. I can do anything, and so can you, people of the internet. This whole quarantine thing, trying to make some good of it. Hopefully you guys are doing the same thing. If that's possible or not, don't really know, but just trying to stay active, stay busy, and all those kinds of fun stuff. And obviously, oh man, so close to losing all of our troops to those machine guns. We're going to flare and shock and shock and shock and just... Oh, I actually had... Did you see that? I actually had 4 shocks. I could have shocked those side rocket launchers as well, but instead... That looks far more intriguing. Let's do that. Not ideal under any circumstances, but pretty darn awesome. So we're going to try that one more time. Cheap troops. Okay, stage 7 really sucks, like to the point where I have spent hours of my time, thousands of diamonds, millions of gold, but I finally cracked the code. Here we go. Here is the winning attack. There is a diamond or a mine right behind that rocket launcher, right in front of that shock launcher. Throw your barrage at the back left corner of this shock launcher. Low levels, I would highly recommend boosting a statue or 2 to take this down because it is a complete and utter beast. Using all of our flags, getting our troops up nice and tight to that flamethrower on the right-hand side of it. As soon as all of our troops are nice and snuggled in there, we're going to get walking, throwing our smoke. Now we need to get all of our troops nice and cozy into that kill zone. And as soon as the smoke clears, we're going to flare the headquarters. It is going to be a split-second decision. Shock, and now we just need all of our troops to blast away and hope that right-hand side rocket doesn't kill too many of them too quickly, and hopefully it's gonna go down right like that. Boom, finally. I don't know if you can hear the relief in my voice, but I'm pretty sure my hair has gone gray as a result of that terrible base. But thankfully we got 2 crystals. So stage 7 is an absolute beast today. like I said, mid to low levels. If you can take that down without boosting, you are a beast. If time or patience, just go boost some statues. Please, please, please. Anyways, do take advantage of that special offer. And otherwise, I'm zmot. Thanks for coming in. Peace.